Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of Imitating Reality, where we will be taking our CET drawing into Twinmotion to attempt to add some photorealistic life to it. On this episode, we'll be discussing materials. I'm going to show you how easy it is to apply materials, how to adjust the properties of those applied materials, and I'm going to review some additional general guidelines for material application. So let's get to it. Finishes from CET do transfer over, but they transfer in flat, meaning that none of the PBR properties that you might have applied within CET do not come through. I like to work my way around the room and adjust ones that have already been applied or apply new finishes to some of the bigger areas or eye-popping features. Let's start with the floor. On the left-hand side, you'll find your material library. So many fun finishes are housed within here. Under the wood category, I'm going to find a flooring that fits the style of my space. Once you found it, just drag and drop onto the object or surface. I like this old planks one because of the texture it offers, but I want it a bit darker. Once it has been applied, I can open the color picker to adjust the color I want represented. In the next episode, we're going to talk more about lighting. But for overhead lights, such as can lighting, we're going to apply a neon material, as opposed to placing individual lights. Just like the wood, grab your neon material and drag it onto your fixtures. By default, it comes in a little bright, so we need to adjust the brightness with the slider. For components within your drawing that you have multiples of, applying finishes will technically apply to all instances of that finish. To demonstrate this, I've isolated our table and chairs. If I place this plastic material onto my chair, you can see how it applies to every chair in my drawing that has the same material. To get around this, you'll need to copy the item and then apply. This will isolate the material to just this object. If you select Instance instead of Copy, all of the properties of the instances will remain grouped together. Sometimes it can work in your favor. For example, I want to adjust the metal or wood of all the chairs in my space. I would just need to drag and drop it onto only one of the components. Some finishes look good when they come in from CET and need no adjustment, like this concrete planner, for example. Doesn't look bad in my opinion, but I can pick up the finish with the eyedropper and make adjustments, or I can replace it with a concrete from the Twinmotion library. For walls, you would need to go to the wall coverings category. In here, there are some nice satin painted wall surfaces that you can apply and adjust the color to your liking. If you have a specific RGB color value, you could input it here too. Sherwin-Williams' website is a great resource for determining RGB of paint colors. For some existing finishes, a simple adjustment is all it needs, like this wood coffee table, for example. I like the finish, but I want to bump up its reflection. Grab your eyedropper, select the finish, and move the slider up some to give it more of a reflective property. Fabric is a tricky one. If you have a very patterned COM or textured fabric, you might not get the photorealistic qualities you're looking for. But I have found that this velvet material within the Twinmotion library is a nice material for solid colored fabric. Drag and drop it to apply, adjust the color, and you can even adjust the scale if you need to as well. Other properties that are easy to adjust include the rotation. For example, if I need to flip the direction or angle of the planks on my wood floor, I can do that via the More option underneath Scale and adjust the rotation slider to the angle I need, or I can type the angle in. Don't forget to have a little fun with your materials too. You can always use a material such as this glass brick to apply to objects to give them a little more character. I hope you enjoy playing with materials as much as I do. On the next episode of Imitating Reality, we'll be discussing object manipulation. For now, thanks for watching, and as always, have fun creating.